Okay, it's recording, by the way.
Do you remember this?
Do you remember this?
Do you remember?
Obviously they remember me.
When we went to a GOT7 concert.
안녕하세요, 여러분. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Robyn coming at you. And wow. Okay, first of all, we have Destiny, Taylor, and Honesty. We all just got back from GOT7 in Houston.
I should have brought my light stick.
It's fine. My horn. Jackson's live. He's at the gym. He's at the gym.
Shh. You wake up my mom. Get in trouble because we need to get
Sorry about that. Jackson was live on V Live. We were not okay. Okay. So like I said, we just got back. 17 just tweeted. Okay. Apple Watch, you're going over here.
Me, I was thinking distracted by our phones.
Okay. So like I said, we just got back from Houston. We're talking really soft because Taylor's mom's asleep, so we don't want to wake her. But we just got back from Houston, and here is our experience video. This is going to be a long video for you guys, so I guess we can start off.
For Jackson's freaking.
No.
We're gonna start from the beginning.
The very beginning.
Then we're gonna talk about everything now.
So pretty much we're just going to start from where hell started, as I like to call it, when we got there. So we got there at around 1:30, right? 1:30-ish. And they kept saying that, you know, we're enforcing police officers, no one can line up before 2, blah, blah, blah. Well, we get there at 1:30, there's a long-ass line, no police officers anywhere. So we were literally just like, are you kidding me right now? Like, where, like, there's also no instruction about where we're supposed to go. They had everyone, all ticketers, in one line, and it was huge and just very unorganized. And that was, I've been to multiple events like this, and this was the most unorganized one I've been to yet, and that says a lot. So the fact that these guys, because it's their first ever K-pop concert, and the fact that they had to experience it kind of puts me to shame, because I was like, guys, we gotta go to this concert, but I thought it'd be more organized than this. So that's one thing that made me mad. Eventually I made some friends with like people that were kind of closer to the front, so we all just ended up standing towards the front, and then they started sectioning off P1, because P1 had to be in by 5. Let's be honest, they didn't get in until 6.
6:12. I remember exactly.
Yeah, because they had high touch, so they didn't get in until 6:12, and we were supposed to be in by 6:30, because we had P2, we all had P2, and GA, so we all have pit, so we were supposed to be in by 6:30, and we didn't get in, I didn't get in until 6:50. I don't know what time y'all got in, because we were separated. We ended up being separated because of how the lining was done, because at one point they're like, oh, the line's going this way, and then they were like, oh no, the line's going this way, and it just kept getting jumbled about, and so us 4 got separated. I ended up being by myself, but luckily they were all together. So, anything else y'all have to say about how unorganized everything
It's
else
just
was?
like, at one point, everybody, after they got P1 out the way, the people who were with P2, like, that's like started riling everybody up. So everybody started like shifting, and then at that point they just made a whole new line because all that happened. And the thing is, they didn't have security like separating people, like, because then you were like, oh, 2 lines, you know, that makes it a little bit easier. But then people started coming in the back of the separation, so it was all just one clump, and they were just like, oh, well, people who just got here have to go to the back. I'm just like, but nobody's here to tell them they have to go to the back. I've been standing here for how many hours, and I have not seen this girl. She's been here for 10 minutes, and I can point out to you the people who I've been standing next to this entire time, the people who just walked up. So that was really, really stressful.
Like, another thing I realized what they were doing is they weren't really checking tickets.
They did not.
They did not.
There are people who had seated tickets, and they were just down in the pit. Like, they literally were just like, go this way if you're P2, and it was like, yeah.
That was another thing that kind of made me mad, is because I just realized that, like, they weren't really checking tickets. Like literally, we could have snuck into P1 if we wanted
Like
to.
we could have bought a $60 ticket, and then we would have just gone through and been like, "Hi, I have
Yeah,
P2."
because nobody said anything. They just made sure you had a wristband on.
Yeah, as long as you had this wristband on, you were good. But okay, no. Now let's talk about getting into the concert, like into the venue. So for me personally, because I got in before them, when I got in, I made some friends and we literally linked arms, and like we were originally in the middle, and we were like 4 or 5 rows back from the barrier, but then my friend Sam, she was like, oh hey look, there's like no space over here, which is our right but stage left, and I know that that's where my bias is because he's always on stage left, so I was like skr. So I went and I ended up being, when I first got there, 3rd row from the barrier. But then people started pushing, so I ended up 2nd row from the barrier, and then the more pushing, I literally was on the barrier. Now with them, they got in, I think y'all got in like 10 minutes after I did, because I remember I kept looking back for you guys, and at one point I saw Destiny, and I was like, oh my god, there they are, and then that's whenever she texted me like, oh, I see, or that's whenever you called me like, where are you? Mm-hmm. And they were trying to get to me because I'm like in the front. But y'all can explain that experience.
Okay, let's get down to it.
I am a very aggressive person, and there were these 4, 5 girls, I don't even know. They were in front of us, and we were like, okay, we can push through. Like, it's kind of rude to push through, but I'm like, I'm not pushing through to just get to the front. I'm pushing through to get to my friend. So I was like, I'm pushing through, trying to get to my friend, and these girls are in front of us. Well, Taylor's in front of me, and Taylor's very nice to people, and I just can't relate. And she was like, well, they're not letting us through. And I was like, Taylor, if you don't bone these girls down, like, if you do not mow them down, 2 of them are you. Like, they are tiny, like 5'1", 5'1" or something. We're 5'9",
5'10",
and they just weren't moving. So I was like, Taylor, switch spots with me. I wasn't gonna be like rude, but if she wanted to, like, I was not gonna let her do this. So she was like pushing back. Like, they were literally started pushing back on us. Like, I made Taylor switch spots because her hands were like this, and that was not a way to experience a concert. Mm-hmm. So I made her switch spots with me, so that like shifted room around us a little bit. And then the girl like was like, can you stop pushing please? And I was like, no, I cannot stop pushing because you're pushing on me. And I was like, that is my bag. I cannot move my bag to the back so someone can steal my wallet. Like, I'm not doing that. If you have a problem with being cramped in a concert pit, you need to buy seated next time. And they ended up leaving anyway after the first song.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell one of their friends. Like, she was there for another like 2 songs before she finally left.
Oh, I remember that.
Another thing that I realized is that since I was so close to the front, practically in the front of pit, there was a lot of pushing going on, and like not just, well, obviously there's gonna be pushing in pit, but my main thing is I had so many people tell me to go to the back because I'm tall, and I'm just like, I did not spend $240 to stay in the back of P2. Sorry, I spent $240 to be right where I am, and that's where I'm staying. People kept pushing me out of the way, and I was like, honey, no. Like, I mean, like, I wish like,
Honey, I told you.
I'm an athlete.
Feet planted like this.
Yeah. Dominant first.
Dominant first, not dominant in the back.
See, they were pushing the time that the real pushing started is when GOT7
When GOT7 came on.
first came out, and then like everybody was really cramped, and then it kind of loosened up. And when they were at the like backstage, but then they came up forward, and then everybody started pushing again. And it was just not a good time.
Especially for like people who are really small.
Yeah.
It got way too aggressive for them. And so because that happened, so many people were actually very upset during the concert and wanted to leave and couldn't because of how aggressive people were when they were trying to leave the pit, not coming into the pit. It was crazy.
Okay.
It was just
Upsetting.
People were just weren't feeling good. Like, I was next to a lot of people who just like couldn't.
Someone fainted.
Couldn't breathe. Yeah, somebody fainted. People who like, couldn't
Fainted.
breathe, and people were apologizing. They were like,
people were
"We're sorry."
having anxiety attacks too.
Yeah, and people were apologizing. We're like, "We're not trying to push you." I'm like, "We know you're not the one."
And,
Like, you can tell. You can tell.
And like something that Destiny had texted me, because if you guys don't know me that well, I actually really do have anxiety. But like I do have anxiety, so it's just like whenever she texted me like, "Are you okay? Like, do you have friends?" And I was like, I was if I didn't read that text from Destiny, I think I would have almost had an anxiety attack because I was like so like scared. And the moment I saw there like a few people behind me, I was like, okay, I'm fine. I know that they're in. You know, it's a really shitty first experience for a K-pop concert, but I literally almost had a panic attack, and yeah,
honey. So the venue that we used was NGR, was it? NRG, sweetie. So if you guys would kindly go to Yelp, Google, all those review sites, and 6,000 of us fans will be leaving our comments. So go ahead and join us.
The main thing is like it shouldn't with the NRG staff. It's not their fault. It's Sub K. In my personal opinion, it's Sub K because they didn't tell them anything. They didn't tell them anything. And the moment I heard that, here goes me ever getting pressed. But the moment I heard Sub K was bringing them, I was like, I'm questionable about this because Sub K has it. I mean, I thank them for bringing like so many artists, so many amazing artists to the States and everything. But they need to learn how to organize things better. Like literally, I could organize this better. My whole company could organize this better than Sub K. If we needed to.
The thing is, they use volunteers, but I don't think they're like, are you capable of leading a large group? Are you like someone who is a leader? Are you strong-willed? Are you determined? Like, they get people who volunteer because they like K-pop, and like that's fine. But if you can't even and they at the airport when we went to go greet GOT7, like there were like how many, like 30 people, maybe like 50-ish people there, and
total people?
Well, yeah. Like 50, 60 people, and that sounds like a lot, but I mean, if you're in that position to volunteer for something, you need to be outspoken and you need to be able to like say things with your chest. And they couldn't even, they were like, you could tell they were timid to say things. So we were respectful towards them, but we were just like, there's some people who aren't respectful, and you have to earn their respect. Like, you shouldn't let them know you're not going to be messed with.
We shouldn't have to be the ones who have to raise our voice at the crowd when this isn't even our job to do it. We're not volunteering to do this. We're literally a fan here for this concert, yet we're the ones who are doing security for NHW.
RG.
F them. So anyway, yes.
Never again GOT7.
Never
different
again.
venue.
The one thing I noticed is that out of all the K-pop concerts I've been to, which is only a handful, like if we literally, so like if we don't count K-Con, this is my third concert. So out of the 3 concerts I've been to, I think the most organized company is Jazzy Group. Because they had volunteers and they did background checks. They did they made sure that everything was organized. But then again, the main thing is it's like that was 3 years ago. GOT7's popularity was not as big as it is today 3 years ago.
I knew it was gonna be a mess.
So I didn't think it'd be this much of a mess when going in. But the moment my friend, because I had a friend waiting in line, the moment my friend was like, oh, the line's already really long and it was 11 a.m. I was like, they're not calling security. They're not calling cops or anything. They're not doing it. I even said it, and y'all were like, oh, I'm pretty sure they'll do it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no,
yeah, because like all over social media, it's just...
We even have an email. I'm screenshotting the email. We even got an email from Ticketmaster.
Sure did.
I'm screenshotting it.
Both, like, Sub the K. I keep saying that because it's one the K. Sub K and, NRG were both like, we're gonna call the police if you line up before 2. And we're like, cool, like both of them are saying that it's gonna happen. But they had all timid people. So I bet you everyone was like, they're not supposed to be lining up. But I bet they didn't say anything. I bet they didn't do anything. Like, you can call the police, and even if it's stupid, the police are gonna be like, well, thank you, that's what your policy says. And if they're mad, like, what are they gonna do? Give you a bill? No, they can't. Like, what do you call the police? And just have them escorted or get security. And they had police there. They had sheriffs there. But
chips.
They weren't outside. They were inside of it. They were outside. And while we were waiting in line, and then they made those 2 lines, this guy was like, we're not, all those people that are just coming in and not going to the ends of the lines, that's not gonna happen, that's not gonna happen. But the security guard that was there was just like,
He didn't care.
letting people get right there, and I was like, okay, thanks.
That like, I just
Honestly, all you have to do is go, oh, you just got here, end of that line, end of that line. Well, I don't want to. Do you want to see GOT7?
Do you want to
Then follow the rules. Like, follow the rule. You are security. You have the right to take people out of the mix. They're like, we just want to make this run smoothly. It's not gonna run smoothly if I'm trying to fight every person on me. Like, is that gonna run smoothly? No, it's not. So it was just really ugly and disgusting.
We were literally asking Bam Bam for help. Bam Bam brought out his drone a couple of times, and like the second or third time,
We were like, help!
I was wondering, okay, because I was
what cattle?
I was pretty far from them at this point when they did that.
I literally typed this out on my phone.
I don't
and
think
was
they're
like,
gonna be able to see it. You're gonna have to manually focus. But I was pretty far away from them, and all of a sudden I just hear help, and I'm like, what is going
because
on?
everyone started screaming, and we were like, what is that? I didn't know Bam Bam had.
Oh, the first time he came out, we did not. We didn't know he had a drone. And then I started looking up, and
I thought
I'm
it was
just like,
I didn't even think about it.
I was just like, is it a plane?
I didn't even think about it being Bam Bam's. I thought it was Suitcase.
Like, I was like, Bam Bam has a drone? How cool! So I was like waving and everything, and I was like, we're being treated like my ancestors were nudging me and girl, they're like, speak out against this. And I was like, we're being treated like cattle. I was like, Bam Bam, help!
You were literally crying for help.
Well, at one point, I'm pretty sure he like laughed at me because he like was above us and he kept coming down. I was like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, she was so scared I was gonna like crash down. I was like,
hit my
girl, I'm
head.
pretty sure they know what they doing.
And they were gonna make fun of me. They probably are anyway. But I was like, Bam Bam, help! They're treating us like cattle. Help us! I literally got everyone in our section to go, help us!
You were all screaming help.
And then he went above me, and I like held up the thing that said help, and he was hovering over it for a while. So I don't know if he read it or not, or if he was like looking at people.
all I know is 5 minutes later, them doors open.
Those doors open. Like, those doors open.
You're not about to have like this out there.
But I also did call like the head, and not the head like person, but like the head office, and I was like, so we're at the GOT7 concert. High touch was supposed to start at 5 or 5:30. It is 6. It is like 6:05, and we're waiting. And she's like, well, the doors aren't supposed to open until 6:30. They're not opening until 6:30. But they opened at 6:12, sis. So what was really the truth? Like, what was really the truth? I want to think that Bam Bam was like, are they saying help?
I know.
Like, I really think that would be incredibly funny. They're just like chilling out. Jackson
What
was
if they upload a
answering.
reaction video to it?
Jackson was reading like everyone's comments on Instagram. I think they were just literally chilling out, expecting us to be like, hey, and then they see all of us, help us. Like, that would be really funny.
Okay, so I think we should go on to a lighter topic and actually talk about GOT7. Okay, so the actual concert. Okay, so we all obviously have different experiences. I guess we'll just go in order by like songs that we can remember.
Oh, sis.
I can remember outfits.
I obviously want the ending to be last for me because that was holy hell.
You had
I had
the
blast.
experience. She had the experience.
What you guys want to have.
Yeah.
Okay, so they opened with Hard Care. I called it, by the way. Because everyone was like, they're opening with Skyline. I was like, bitch, no, they were opening with Hard Carry.
It was too much.
Why would they open with a non-title track?
I don't know, but they opened with Hard Carry, and I was like, okay.
It was just hitting me that like I was like, wow, I've seen these outfits before, like through my TV screen or my like laptop screen, but not real life. So I was enjoying the outfit, and I kept looking at Yu-Gi-Oh because I was like, wow, what a song.
What about y'all?
Like, it started, like, you know, when they came out, the thing opened and everything, like, I saw them, and I'm just like, at that point, like, I screamed when they came out, but then I was just like, I can't, like, I was just chanting the time, and I was like, it was like an out-of-body experience, and I was just like, I cannot believe I am standing here with my aching feet, watching GOT7 perform in front of me, looking good as...
Good as, like...
Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes, like
Christmas.
a buffet, like, cannot even describe.
The first half of that concert was literally just sweaty. He was sweaty. He was literally sweating so hard, like 30 seconds into hard carry. And after that, everything was just like
a blur.
For
literally.
And then the necklaces he was wearing, like,
let me tell you,
they looked so expensive tonight. Like, they looked so expensive. And I was like, wow, I want to be y'all. I want to buy y'all. Like, how do I afford you?
And then after hard carry, I remember was Skyway. And I was like, I was looking forward to it because Skyway is one of my favorite non-title tracks of GOT7, so I was like, yes, Skyway class. And then I don't remember what was it. Out was after.
Wait a minute.
I was doing my
Was that
Jackson
when
voice
they were all
extra
coming
hard.
to the front to where we were?
No, because I was still recording.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
They switched like albums, if that makes sense. Like they performed Turbulence album up there, and then they came up here and they performed. What did they perform? Firework and like.
Yeah, but that was later.
I don't remember.
Okay, so like, obviously it's a blur because we're all like shook. So eventually they all said hi, and then the next song, which I don't remember, they all came to where we were because we were P2, so we were like at the extended stage. It is my home. Okay.
They didn't perform us.
Okay, so the next song after Out was My Home, and that's whenever they all started coming towards where we were.
More chaos.
Okay, obviously with Jackson, or not Jackson. I have Jackson on the line. Obviously,
I'm about to have a dream about the boy. Like,
Jinyoung, I love you.
Sweats.
But, okay, so obviously as GOT7 is coming towards us, we're getting more pushed this way. I'm literally all the way to the barrier at this point. Like, I can't move any further, and people are still pushing me. And I don't even want to imagine what they were going through because they were literally in the middle of it. So that's like the worst place to be.
Like, we literally got pushed so much that we got pushed forward more. I was like, hey,
yeah, they got closer
to
to me.
I was like, we're closer to the stage now. I was like,
I'm not mad. I was like, maybe we'll get pushed enough to be next to Robyn.
But even at that point, still getting pushed and separated from my friends was a really big deal for me.
yeah. So
Like, I don't know if it would be for like anybody else, maybe, but like just being separated from them was like really
it kind of
an
took
issue.
away from it partly, which is like sad because you're like trying to enjoy your phase, but it's just like, oh my god, like I don't want to lose my friend, and then you're also like, I don't want to trip other people, I don't want to fall, I don't want to hurt other people, and then like they literally asked us at one point to stop pushing, and I was just like, yeah, please say it again, and it's just like,
And some people
and
like
point and call out, please.
even people who are like by themselves, you ask them to switch places with you, and they're just like, oh no, I'm not gonna switch places with you. And you're just like, okay,
Yeah, it's literally like,
we're in the same
to
place.
be nice,
idiot.
I literally was just like, oh, like you have a friend you're trying to see, cool, but you can, like, people who just want to push forward, they're just gonna push forward. And this one girl, I hope you watch this somehow. This one girl had this big freaking sign, and so she was like a couple people behind me. I remember her, and I was like, okay, she sits over there. When we first, like, when everyone started like pushing, I see her coming up, and I was like, okay, I'm about to let her get in front of me. So she literally makes her way in front of me, and I put my elbow back, and I'm like, you're not getting in front of me. And she turns to me, she demon screeches, no! And I was like, okay sis, enjoy the show. And like, I was just like, I'm not about to do this, but I'm gonna fight you in front of GOT7. And you're like, woo child, the ghetto. Like, what did we sign up for? We're never coming back to Houston. We'll never come back to Houston. Because I was about to just be like, let's start it, $10 to fight me. If you win, you get your $10 back. Like, we can do this. And
dragging hair to the cameras in the back, sweetie. Let's go.
And so she gets in front of me. She has this big sign blocking like people's phones. Like I literally could not see for like half of it. Like this huge sign, and I'm like, what does it even say? They're not even looking at it. They are avoiding it because it's hurting their eyes because it's bright, and it was terrible.
Something about the sign.
She somehow comes from here to Taylor, like in front of Taylor, all the way over there somehow. And then everyone's like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Well, no. Before that, some girl like fainted because people were still moving. It was like the aftermath. And she goes, oh, I went, shut up, because you're the reason for it. Do not tell me to shut up. I was like, shut up, girl. I was like, shut up, girl. Jack's about to see me go in your face. Like, he's about to learn something new. Like, do not with me. And she, like, ignored me. I was like, these girls think I'm all talk. Like, they have not met someone like me yet. Like, they think I'm all talk.
Because of people out since the airport.
Like, yes.
Halfway.
And I have a bite behind my bark. So, like...
And then not only that, but she rides in a pack. So...
Honestly.
But the thing about the signs before, like, we continue on with that, the signs, they're not supposed to be bigger than your hand. That's what Sub Kate and NRG said. And yet, it was huge. I saw it from where I was.
Like, I will have to unplug that.
Yeah, I was like...
I was literally like, I'm about to play Frisbee with this and give it to Young J. And be like, here you go. Like, I was about to take her sign and be like, move it. This is not it. And so I was like, shut up. Like, you're literally the reason why this girl is fainting because everyone's pushing her. And, like, when you get moved around and you're just in that environment, it can feel like you're going to faint. Like, move! Whoops, I'm getting loud. But, then Taylor didn't know that was the same girl, and Taylor was like, oh, are you okay, sweet little Taylor? I was like, don't be nice to her, but I couldn't tell her. It wasn't something to be like, don't be nice to her. She was like crying in her hands. I was like, you gonna leave? And so she finally leaves, and I'm like, bye. And someone tells me she had anxiety because she's not with her friend. Now, if
So do you see that person up there?
Your badly dyed hair, but I'm censoring myself. But with your friend in that spot, who wouldn't have had anxiety? She had anxiety. Okay, she had anxiety. Okay, she had an anxiety attack, or she was having anxiety.
Literally
anxiety attack, or she was just scared without her friend. Like, you sure? You sure? Or was she just a dumb person that I never want to see again? If I see her again at another Houston concert,
baby.
Ooh, child. And it's like, Jackson's gonna learn something new.
It's like, whenever she was moving, you should have just been like, do you see that girl up there? That's our friend, and look at where we're not. With her.
I was like, I really was just like, go move back with your friend, but your friend's not coming up here, I'm sorry. Because you moved away from your friend. It wasn't like, oh, I got here, my friend's back there. You were pushing, like, we were about to have a fist fight. I don't feel sad for you. You think I feel sorry for her? I don't. I'm really censoring myself.
Literally,
really good.
all of like any type of sympathy disappeared whenever they all like knocked over that one guy who was with us with the round glasses.
Oh, yes.
And he fell over, and like everybody just like looked and then like turned back to the stage. I was like, all of you,
Mark stand,
and the blue guy,
see his baby.
the blue guy, he can literally catch his hands. Y'all thought homegirl with the big sign was bad.
So continuing on with the good stuff. Okay, so after out was my home.
Yes.
And this was the start of GOT7 noticing me. For my home, they all came over to the extended stage, and obviously everyone was pushing everything, and I ended up being behind this girl that had a Young J sign, and I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm literally being pushed like this, and I'm literally filming like this, or like this at this point, like literally like this. And Jackson, you know, they're all like walking around and everything. You know, I see J-Bomb, make eye contact with J-Bomb, and see Bam Bam, and like I see like almost everyone except Jinyoung, of course. Jackson comes over, and he like looks, and he goes, I know you. But I didn't know if he was talking to me or the girl in front of me. because like the way he was looking, it was kind of confusing. So I was like, oh. I kind of went like this, but he walked away before I could do it, or after I did it, before I did it. Huh?
Girl,
English. He walked off before, like he walked off while I was doing this. So I didn't get the confirmation if it was for me or the girl in front of me. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna let it off. And then Mark comes around, and Mark literally, like, Mark looked at me 4 times and was just like, after that, he never looked at me ever again. My home was the first time that he looked at me, and he kind of like smirked. He was like, and I was like, excuse you, sir? And of course, Jinyoung never came. I don't believe Jinyoung ever came over to me. If he did, I don't remember it because I mostly was looking at Yu-Gi-Oh and JB the whole time. So, because they were literally right there in front of me. So, what about you guys? What happened during my home?
My home, do not remember it. Do not remember it.
What
Paradise,
happened?
do not.
Okay, can we talk about Paradise?
Go, sis.
Okay, so Paradise comes on. I'm shocked I didn't cry. But Paradise comes on, and I'm literally like shaking like a leaf. I was like, I couldn't. And the girls around me were like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. And I think it was Yuki. He looks at me because I'm literally shaking like this. Like, my whole body is shaking. And he kind of giggled. He was like, You can kind of hear it in the mic. He was like, And I was like, ew. Don't look at me. I'm not shaking like this. And they mostly stayed in formation for Paradise. Jackson was just looking off, and like Jinyoung kind of made eye contact with me, but not really, and I was like, yes. Yeah. I will always remember Paradise because that's my favorite song by GOT7 by far, so seeing that live was amazing. Okay.
Well, I had like a cutout of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't think he likes them. Because he'd like look at them, and he'd look at me and he'd be like he wouldn't smile, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Because they were like his cute, like the picture he takes with ears, so I was like, I love you.
I'm mad.
You're my baby boy.
Okay, so if you saw my video announcing that about us going to GOT7 in Houston, you guys will know that I made us all derp sign things for each other.
I didn't have the courage.
Mine ended up, I dropped mine in a puddle, so mine got ruined. So there's no way I was using mine. So, hence the reason why later on this and the experience video, you'll see what happened was very genuine. It wasn't because I was holding up anything. Okay, continue.
That's it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Noticed my picture, and he also noticed it at the airport, and I mean, he was like, he noticed it at the airport.
I just like, it's her again.
Think he likes them. Like, I really don't think he likes them, so that's something to learn, like, to know. Future reference. I'm gonna be like,
that's why you keep doing it. If they don't like it, you keep doing it to piss them off.
no, I don't want to piss off my baby boy. My little baby boy, no. That's it.
Okay, Prove It was next, right?
Yes.
Prove It was so... Okay, so after Paradise, they ended up having a little storyline, which was really, really cute. And of course, Jinyoung was the one who came up with it, that little asshole. So
I've been censoring myself, doing a real good job.
I can't censor myself. I can't. When I'm talking about GOT7, I can't. But, okay, so Jinyoung comes up with the idea of having a little thing, and like, they would play a clip of like the webtoon, and then they would sing a song, and then play another clip, and then sing a song. So the first song was Prove It. No, was it? No. It was after that.
Yes, it's Prove It.
Wait, wasn't Prove It the one where they were on the
Firework was the...
No. They were on the backstage, and they were just sitting up, going up like that.
I think that was, I
No, we are right. Okay, yeah. So
No.
Prove It was first, and then after that was Hey, and then after that was Firework. If that's right. But
It's a blur.
so yeah, it's all a blur. Literally, I only remember like the songs that I really liked,
Yep.
and when other things happened. So like they had that happen. They came out for Firework, and I started crying. I remember I started tearing up a bit. I started tearing up a bit when they performed Firework. So yeah, and then what else did they perform? I remember them performing If You Do.
I was living my
Girl,
life.
I could go and
Wait.
jump slide.
I was ready for Jinyoung to just poke me in the eye. Like, just poke me in the eye.
So hyped for If You Do.
If You Do was really good.
If You Do is correct.
And then they also performed Face, which actually shocked me in a way, because I was like, that's my second favorite song by GOT7 is Face. One is Paradise, two is Face. So when they performed Face, I was really shocked, because I didn't know the set list. And I was like, they really just put out Youngjae's song out here like that. Like, they really just did Youngjae like that. Like, bless. Because, like, a lot of people don't like Youngjae songs. So I was like, they really did ours like that. They did ours.
What a life to live.
Yes.
We love Youngjae in
Incorrect.
this household.
Yeah. So when they performed Face, I got shook. And then
They sound so good.
after that, I remember Teenager. I think everyone will remember Teenager.
Teenager is that.
You made okay. Something that I kept thinking throughout it was because before the concert, Taylor kept making fun of Mark's voice on that song, and she said that
love
he
you,
sounds
Mark.
like a pubescent teen, and I was like, Mark heard that somehow because he was not a pubescent teen tonight. Like he heard
Mark
it
was
somehow.
going hard
He was.
in the
I was
paint.
like, he
It
is
was her.
proving Taylor wrong.
Like, I was like, Mark, why you be so
He put the
aggressive?
face in
Like, what? You gonna hear me tonight?
He said it with his chest, y'all.
Like,
something security guard should have been doing.
And then,
Bob.
Stop It. They were okay. This is the start. This is this isn't the start, but this is like kind of like it's okay. Stupid. So they performed Stop It.
got a cramp.
Okay, they performed Stop It on the extended stage where we were. So, Stop It, they performed that in front of us, and halfway throughout the song, Jackson's looking out into the audience.
Okay, I'm really fangirling because, like, well, something that I'm really bad about is that I'm bad at taking pictures and videos in the moment, so I had to keep going, maybe I should take a video of this. But during Stop It, I was just so excited to, like, hear that now and, like, them not have terrible hairstyles.
Jackson.
So,
He's like, I told you to come up this much, but you only left me with this much. I was tight.
잠들지 마. 이만큼만 잘라달라고 했을 때 결국은 이만큼만 남았잖아. 뭐하냐? 머리 자르지 마. 알았지?
and so everyone like had their phones out, and I was like, I don't want to add to it. So I was watching them perform and everything, and I'm watching how Jackson was dancing because I usually watch Yukim dance. But I was like, I'm gonna look at the other members today and like broaden my horizons. I'm watching Jackson, and I think we make eye contact, but I was just like, man, like there's so many people here. He's gonna be looking at anyone. But I just keep looking at him, and I look away, and I'm like. And I look back, and he like smirks at me, and I hide my face, and he smiled at me, and he kept going. And then after I don't know if he looked at Odyssey because she was behind me, but I was like, did Jackson like just stare at me? And I don't know if it was a long time or a short time, because you know like it slows down.
It feels like a long
It
time.
literally just slows down. And I was just like. Is he staring at me? Like, I can't be for sure, but I was like, he's
And like,
looking at me.
to remind you guys, there are like 5-6 people behind me. Like,
Yeah,
they're nowhere near me. They're middle pit. So, right before Mark's rap and Bam Bam's rap, right before the rap part with the good boy baseball bat thing, Jackson looks over to where I am. He sees me and stared at me dancing, smiling. And I was like, okay, he could be looking at other people, you know, there are other people here, not just me. But he kept Okay, but that was real. But I was like, okay, that's maybe not for me. But he kept doing it, and eventually I just went, and he was like, yeah, and I like, he didn't say that, but he looked at me like, yeah, and I was like, oh really, shit, is that for me? Crap. And then after that, what was it? Dreamin' was next. 니꿈꿔. So after Stop It was Dreamin'. Y'all can go first.
Well, so we're watching it, and I know that like Bam Bam and Yukyum act up, and so something that I do, I know they want us to vibe with them, and like I am all for gassing up people. That is Black people culture. We gas up people. So every time they shoot, I was like, shoo, shoo, like literally like the only person doing it. I was going shoo, shoo, and my voice was gone. I know Taylor tried to join in sometimes. It was a mess because people would like, they would just scream, and that's not like vibing with them, you know, like they want to like interact, the whole time interact and play around with us. Yeah, and it's just
they learn these westerns.
Don't want to do
the
that.
Whole
they
time,
want to record it. They just want to
the whole time while like everyone's screaming, I'm literally the only person in my area going, hey. Get it. I feel like
I see you exactly what I see you, Young Jet. Like I feel like
this is like my signature thing to do to hype them
the whole time. Okay, and the fact that JB doesn't do anything with me, so I was like, get it, JB, and I like what I do is I point at them.
Yes.
And JB was like, hey, and I was like, ooh, shit.
During firework, I kept doing this to Mark when he'd look at me to make him laugh during it, and he was like. He was so stone-faced at me. Like, he was not.
Going back to Dreamin', say what you saw, and I'll tell you what I saw.
I was watching Jackson. He, like, since Stop It, I was like, he is like on my radar right now. Like, so I was watching him.
Wait, you're covering Taylor.
Yikes. So I was watching him, and he walks, and he stops in front of Rob, and he goes, and he like covers his mouth, and he points, and he like starts trying to get someone over, and I thought it was Jinyoung, because I could see Jinyoung from that angle, and I was just like, oh wow, he noticed Robyn, like he knows who Robyn is. That's cool. And so I was like really lit about that, and then I was like, I'm gonna watch and see if Jinyoung like talks to her, and yeah, so that's what I saw.
Okay, so from my point of view, okay, so what I think happened is, Jinyoung was already over there before Jackson even came and recognized me. So Jinyoung was walking away, and I have like the very like end of it on my video, but I think you said that you have it.
Yeah, I caught it.
So he went, like Jackson was like freaking out because I didn't know if it was for me, but I think the reason why he went and grabbed another member is because I'm pretty sure like, but that's just out on a limb.
Please don't.
But he went, and I think he was looking for Jinyoung, but I think he saw that Jinyoung was walking the other way, like from where I was. So I think he already either assumed that Jinyoung saw me, and he saw that the girl in front of me had Youngjae, so he was trying to get Youngjae for her. I'm assuming that's what happened, but I'm not 100% sure. I just know that Jackson either saw me or the girl in front and was trying to get Youngjae. That's That's literally all
But he
I saw.
got way too excited. To
He
just
really
be like,
did. Like,
to
he
just
was
be
like,
like, look at this picture.
He
like,
literally did a whole 360 turnaround looking for
and then
a
he was
member.
like,
He was like,
Young Jack, like he was trying to get attention. Like I was like, Jackson is extra, but not this
And like
extra.
in the video that Destiny recorded, she said, "Oh my God, they noticed Robyn." That's
He
exactly
really
what
thought.
I thought so. I was like,
he really thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's that. You know,
And then
it's
after that was a blur again. Yeah. Thank
Dreaming's
you.
one of the best songs.
I just remember Thank You, and I cried like a maniac. Unit stages. The first one was Jinyoung Bam Bam. My friend Jay, if you guys remember Jay, she's one of my really good friends here on YouTube. She told me to beware of the Bam Bam Jinyoung stage, and girl, was she right. Wow. King. The name of their stage was King.
Yes.
Kings. For sure.
If they're money.
how they were sitting. Their first
Did you see? Literally, I thought someone pissed out of Jinyoung because the way he was sitting, he was like, "Yeah." Did you remember that? He was. He
No, I
had a
didn't
straight
see
face
him,
the whole
but I
time.
was like looking at the thing and I was like, oh, I remember seeing a video of this. And then I was just like, Kings, literal Kings, expensive. Like,
I just. I mainly just remember Jinyoung just sitting on the chair, straight face and everything, looking like he hates life, and he just go like, "Yeah, let's go," or something like that. And I just started laughing. I was like, "This is my
were
buzz."
also really tragic.
But Bam Bam looked good. Big bless.
Good, sweetie. Understatement. Disrespectful.
Bam.
Y'all don't
You really
understand.
just
So
came
Bam
out
Bam
and-
literally came out, and then my king
Okay, and
had
then
men holding flags and
Yeah.
walked through. And then, you
And
know
then
they
he
threw money?
Money.
Money, honey.
Fix money.
Yes. And at the end of it,
yeah.
at the end,
Yes.
And then after that was Mark Young JJB.
I lost my mind.
Like,
I was like, this is too much for Taylor to comprehend.
Like, it was just, because I didn't watch any concert videos, so like this whole tour they've been on, I haven't watched a single video.
Me.
So I didn't know about this at all, and I was just like, they're really out here performing and like being like the best they can be. You just have Young Jay's beautiful voice and JB's beautiful voice,
And then
Mark
Yes.
was like, I'm a rap, but then I'm also
I'm gonna
sing.
Ooh, but
can't
Jinyoung
handle
rapped.
that.
Sorry.
and he was like,
Oh,
But
yeah,
Jinyoung-
visual.
Jinyoung did rap.
Jinyoung did rap. Jinyoung rap. Best rapper in Gossip.
I recorded a little bit of JB, Mark, and Young Jay's
recorded a little
unit stage, but I wanted to like listen to the song and hear their voices because like I was like, that's a really great trio actually, because I love Mark's singing voice.
Yes.
Like it's not that developed, but it's still like really nice to hear.
That
I
was
like
a really
Mark's
nice combination. Like that
great.
that song was.
But
yes.
that couldn't prepare us for what was next. What was next? Why? So next was Yugyeom Jackson.
So Jackson had already attacked me. Yugyeom was already my bias, and like Yugyeom in that shirt where you can see his tattoo. That is my literal religion.
Okay, but his dance break though, in the beginning.
So at the beginning, he was just doing, and
Oh,
it was
he's
just
dancing?
whoosh whoosh, and
He's
it was
so-
so majestic and beautiful.
Yeah, and then
I'm-
Jackson comes out, and I'm like, oh shit!
like it just the way it changed up was like so thrown out because you see Yugyeom, and Yugyeom is like one of the best dancers. You can fight me, I don't
swan,
really
He
care.
really is.
He was so good, and then he's just like whoosh, you know.
But,
I just
honey,
did it, and then next you know, Jackson's like,
Jackson's like, what's up? I'm
Yeah,
down to do it.
like-
What's good?
Like, are you ready for this? And I was like, no,
I'm not ready.
But let me take out my camera. And I didn't record. I just couldn't. I kept going in my head, you need to record this. You're gonna want this. And I was just like, I can't move my eyes away to get my phone. Like,
Don't worry, girl. I got your back.
And I looked back and she was recording. I was like,
I literally had
What
Jackson
is-
so fine and shirtless.
well, when he took
yeah.
off his shirt, I was
wasn't
like,
paying
attention.
I knew that was gonna happen because he like looked out at the crowd and I was like,
He taking it off.
And he put his hand in, and I was like, I was like, Jackson Wang. And then he put it on, I was Jackson Wang, Jackson Wang! And he took off his shirt, and the first thing I did, I went to Honesty, and she didn't scream. She wasn't flabbergasted, she went the most serious face I've ever seen.
Y'all, I don't think anybody's gonna have such an amazing fan camera like I do for
serious.
Shirtless Jackson.
Yeah. She, serious, steady as hand,
So
was like,
with them, since they were further back, they had a bigger view than I did.
Oh, well, see, I didn't see Jackson either. Both of us were in the same boat because, like, you know, Jackson was on this side of stage, and then Yu-Gi-Oh was on this side of
So was
stage.
Bam Bam, yes.
And so, like, I was hyped, and I was like, Yu-Gi-Oh, yes, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I hear screaming, and I'm just like, what did everybody scream for? Like, I was like, did they do something? And then I just, like, Jackson just starts working, and I was like,
nipples.
I was just like, my eyes.
every time I see him shirtless, I go, nipples.
I mean, I was very happy.
I don't remember, he was wearing like a sweater or like a long sleeve shirt or something. And the moment it came off, I was like, I see arms, and his shirt was like, hey. And I was like, okay.
Yes.
I was like, maybe he's not gonna like disrespect us. And then boom, there goes all the cuss words.
With the necklace too, I was just like,
Nuts.
With them though, like since they were further back, I guess in a way, because this is what Destiny told me. Like she was like looking at Yu-Gi-Oh, but she saw Jackson. You know what I mean?
yeah, I was looking at Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, I was in that thing of like, stop just looking at Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, look at everyone. This is not Yu-Gi-Oh's concert. So I was looking at Yu-Gi-Oh and I was like, let me look at Jackson. But then I was like, I don't want to look at Jackson because Jackson's coming for my life right now. He's coming for Yu-Gi-Oh's spot. Like, I gotta be loyal. And so I just looked at you, Jackson. Mistake.
Loyal, what's that?
Mistake.
My eyes were transfixed on you.
The moment she said loyal, I literally went.
Yeah. So like with me, since I was in the front, Yu-Gi-Oh was literally right in front of me. So obviously my eyes are gonna go to the person right in front of me. And Jackson walks over this way, and I went, "Oh my God, it's a whole shirtless Jackson Wang." Literally, I just went off with my phone. It's a whole shirtless Jackson Wang.
Because I was hyping Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was like,
Yu-Gi-Oh
exactly what I did.
I was like,
Yu-Gi-Oh went hard in the paint.
Yu-Gi-Oh
really
went
did.
so hard. I was like, I need to get my phone and record this boy's passion, but I couldn't. I was just like, I'm not gonna miss this. I'm just gonna remember this
Part
passion.
of him. I have his solo, and then I have him on stage with Jack. But girl, the moment them shirts started coming off, the
And when
phone came out.
Yu-Gi-Oh kept doing this, and I was like, if Yu-Gi-Oh takes off his shirt, like
I thought Yu-Gi-Oh won.
Like I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh.
I saw his tattoo.
Legitimately shirtless.
I saw
Since
his
he had that tattoo, and I was kind of like, if he takes off his shirt, and I felt like really dizzy. I was like, that's gonna send me. That's taking me out. Like that's it. Like I'm sorry, everybody. I'm big. Like you're gonna have to move out of the way, but I'm going down if Yu-Gi-Oh takes off his shirt. Jackson and Yu-Gi-Oh side by side. Like after Jackson just caring for my literal life like that, I was not gonna survive that. And I'm glad he spared me. Thank you.
And then Thank You. So Thank You was one of the later songs that they performed. And it's whenever they all come out in the merch and everything. The moment it started, I bawled. And I cried the whole time. I'm so happy it was raining because my mascara was already gone by then. So I'm happy that it wasn't like all over my face. Because if they saw that, what I'm telling you after this, then you see why. So, yeah, I cried during Thank You. I did not sing one. I think I sang a little bit of Jinyoung's lines, but I was crying the whole time during Thank You.
I sang, but it wasn't the right words, y'all. I think Taylor looked back at me at one point because I was not sounding like it at all.
I literally just had like the stupidest smile on my face. I was just like,
I was trying to
thank
sing, but I
you.
was just like, they're
Definitely.
so cute. And the video before it, like, just made me go,
Oh yeah,
wow,
yeah.
I love
so
these boys.
cute.
I'd die for these. I wouldn't die for the boys, but
I would.
Maybe a moment.
But
But
I was like, wow, I love them.
And then after that, they did their ending speeches. So for those of you who have been around on my YouTube channel since 2015, you guys would know that I went and saw GOT7 in Dallas for their first ever fan meet in the US and first ever concert in the US as well. So when I went, literally, not even Mark spoke English. Like, I'm pretty sure Jinyoung spoke more English than Mark. And I think it was just Jackson, Bam Bam, Yu-Gi-Oh tried a little bit. Just a bit. and Jinyoung. They were the ones who spoke the most English out of all the members. And like literally, I counted the max that Mark spoke in Dallas was 13 words. 13 words. And like, but this is also back whenever he was the quietest member. He wasn't as extra as he is today. So, yeah, so they all spoke in English, which was new to me, because I know that they all know it pretty well. So to hear them speak English was great. JB was first.
I was hyping him so hard. I was just
Me
like, yes,
too.
yes.
And he was looking for the word for concert. I was going, concert.
I know.
But I didn't want to say it too loud. I was like,
con, and he goes,
he was second guessing
literally-
himself, and I was like,
I think I literally, you know what I mean? I was like, you're doing great, sweetie. That's literally what I said it to the camera. She's like,
So, Bam Bam was next.
yeah, Batman, he was most of the voice throughout the concert.
Bam Bam is so cute because, like, he's almost fluent, but he says, like, me instead of my, and that's the cutest thing to me. Like, that's the cutest thing, and I don't want him to change it.
I just appreciate how Bam Bam was just like, I want you guys to be happy. Like, you shouldn't let, you know, other people tell you what to do and stuff like that. And I'm just like...
To add on to that, whenever they came, I don't know what song they came up for, but they were like, hey, you guys don't need to push, like, this is a friendly environment, don't push. And I was like, Jackson, you're a sweetheart, but honey, you haven't experienced
To
this.
turn on, I was like, I need JB to set his jaw, grit his teeth, and tell these girls to stop pushing. That's what I need.
So after Bam Bam was Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And Jackson was a sweetheart. And then Mark, I was literally, like, when Mark was talking, I was like, I just kept thinking, Dallas 2015, Dallas 2015, Dallas 2015. You're definitely, like, outdoing yourself this time, but actually speaking English and actually talking. So it was like, the whole time I was just like, thank you for
It was
talking.
hitting me. I was like, wow, Mark is here. Mark is here. He's
Mark is so, wow, very attractive.
Then when Jinyoung started,
No, Yukyung was next.
Oh.
How did you miss that?
I remember Yukyung was after Mark.
Yukyung is the cutest.
Because I went Yukyung,
So-
Jinyoung, Youngjae.
Okay.
My
Yukyung, Jinyoung,
actual literal baby boy, and I just forgot.
And-
Sorry.
Another thing about where I was standing, it had like screens, like obviously to like say like what song's next or whatever. I'm really proud of Yukyung and Jinyoung, because they didn't really go off of it. Or Jinyoung didn't even have one, but
Jinyoung is fluent. Like, the
Yukyung-
voice is fluent.
Yukyung had one, but he didn't like follow it verbatim.
Jinyoung
was
shook
like,
me
yes.
to the literal core because
Okay.
I've never heard him speak English.
Jinyoung
in it.
It was
What did he even say? He said something. He goes, "If you don't understand me, you can ignore me." Like that was he literally said English, and I was like, "Wow!" The beginning with not a stutter. He said what he wanted to say, and if you didn't like what he had to say, then you can leave.
Do you remember the beginning where we were all chanting Jinyoung to act, and he goes, "Yes, I know my name."
Yes.
Yes, I know my name is Jinyoung.
I was just like, well,
Somebody's a little
He's like, "Glad you know it too."
you know what?
I was like,
You know what? I would have just screamed at that point where he was like, "Yes, I know my name's Jinyoung." You wanna scream? I would have gotten kicked the hell out by Jinyoung. Junior!
Oh, shit.
he would have found who's that He literally hunted you down. He would have been like, and everyone searched on YouTube. They're like, she did. They were points. You would have been
You would have been on a
I would have
blacklist,
been.
honey.
I would have been like,
They would have never watched a video
Me the
again.
whole time worrying about you. You do that. I don't know her. Like,
No, literally, I would have been escorted out by Jinyoung. But
so
yeah.
he'd be like, you can leave. He'd wait for you. He'd watch you walk through the crowd, and he'd be like, now that the trash is gone, like he would say something like exactly.
Yeah, but Jinyoung, he was savage, but it was cute. And like to finally hear, because like at Dallas, the only thing I remember is whenever JB got asked Nora or Jinyoung, and Jinyoung literally just went human or cat, human or cat. That's the only thing I really remember from Jinyoung and Dallas. So to hear him have a long speech in person, because I've seen fan cams obviously, because duh. But to see it in person, him actually speak English, and he's improved so much within the past 3 years. I am so proud of Jinyoung.
So well.
I'm so proud.
I also want to like appreciate Jinyoung, how he was like appreciating the members for like being able to speak all the different languages and stuff like that and giving them appreciation. And I'm just like, thank you, Jinyoung.
And he said that in English. My boy talked about how they have different members, different nationalities, said it in English. And he was like happy about that because they like to communicate with us. And it made me feel really happy but sad at the same time because they said they really miss like performing in the US. Which is something I could tell. You can like tell. But like,
Because they get lit here.
they can and they won't be judged.
And then Youngjae. Oh, Youngjae.
I was proud of Youngjae too.
Youngjae's the kid's thing. I'm shocked he didn't say man. Because usually whenever Youngjae like says stuff, he's like, yeah, I'm Youngjae, man.
Yeah,
Or so he always has man at the end.
Man.
He's so cute.
So I'm proud of Youngjae. Youngjae's a group
And he
too.
was like, and I love you a lot. Like, he just was like, I love you a lot. And then
he
he
was
like,
like,
don't skip meals. And I was like, I won't.
Youngjae was adorable.
I was like trying to be quiet through all of them to like, listen, but I was like, you're my love.
I know. It's just like, let me be quiet and listen, but then they'd say something and I'm like, oh, okay.
Like, my thing is screaming to agree with them is like, okay. But like, when Youngjae was like, I love you, like, my scream, I don't want to go, ah, like, I love you, ah, like, I was like, I love you too, like, if we all would just be like, I love you too, like, that would have been, like, a moment for him, but everyone was like, ah, like,
That's how I responded with all the members, like, when they'd say, like, thank you, or we love you, I'd be like, no, thank you, or no, we
That's
love
exactly
you.
what I said.
Like, that's how I
I love you too, Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson. It's not Jackson, guys, it's Jackson.
Jackson.
So,
Okay, so now we're gonna move to the ending where, let's just say Robyn died. Y'all can explain what happened to y'all first, because I'm not even okay right now.
She got the deets.
so I was trying to get Mark to look at me. I'm just gonna say like Mark.
By the way, the song they performed was Look Remix. This is Look Remix and
Go higher.
it was before Go Higher. They did another remix song after.
What the remix? They were like, it's a remix. And I was like, what? Why would you remix this?
It was another remix. They did two remixes and then they did Go Higher.
Was it Never Ever? No, it wasn't Never Ever.
What was it?
It was a
Now
song.
I'm gonna be upset because I don't know.
Because it was an old song. It wasn't Hajima.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember, but
Fly.
I'm sorry.
I'm really thinking it's not A. It's not Stop It.
It literally had an epiphany.
I was
But-
like, yeah, they did remixes. So Destiny, go.
Bam Bam had looked at me a couple times, and I was like, I just don't want to open that can of worms with Bam Bam. Cause I feel like Bam Bam is someone like I could literally just be walking past him in the airport. He'd be like, hey, it's you. Like, he's like someone who remembers. I don't want to open that can of worms with him. So he looked at me a couple times, and I was like, no interaction. I don't know why I love Bam Bam. And then I was trying to get Mark to look at me because Mark really caught my eye because he bites his lip when he dances.
He does.
Like, that is his quirk. Like, he was feeling himself.
Sure.
And I was, he was coming for me. So I'm trying to get Mark to look at me, and I'm holding up his face, and he looks at me like I was a peasant. So I put it up, and I grabbed Yugen. Yugen's looking at the sign, don't like it. And like towards the end, I almost said Jackson. JB's like walking by, and I see him look at her sign because he's just waving at everybody. And I was like, he's not even gonna look at me. And I'm like blowing him kisses intensely. I can see him go, and he goes, yeah, his face. He goes like this makes this ugly like
I was
no
making
face.
eye contact with GB the entire time that was happening. So I was just like,
And he goes, and I was like,
I was shaking my shine like. Shaking this sign like a crackhead. So I was just like, I'm not sure if he made that face at you or he made that face. I was like, I don't know if he made that face at you or if he made that face at me because I was literally like, because I finally caught his attention because like the whole concert I didn't really catch anybody's attention, which is like fine because I was having a good time. But like I had actually made eye contact and I'm just like.
So then I was like, no, and he was like, yeah, okay, no kisses. And then I was looking at Jinyoung, and Jinyoung goes over to Robyn, and he like does this cute like point at her, and I was like, oh my god, Jinyoung is interacting with Robyn, like this is not real. We were literally, I was like, Jinyoung's messing with Robyn. Jinyoung's playing with Robyn. I was just updating.
We were literally like, he knows, because Jackson. It was Jackson. It wasn't Jackson.
Jackson brought him
Jackson
over.
brought him over, and I was like, Robyn.
Anyway, and then I see him pick up this banana plushie, and he like tries to give it to her, and I was like, he's trying to give her a plushie. Like, could you be like,
out?
this is my plushie that Jinyoung gave me? Like, I was
Me and
gone.
Destiny were hyping you up so much, you have no clue.
Like, he probably was like, who the fuck? Like, they're living vicariously through her. That's not fine.
Okay, so my story. Okay, so pretty much what happened was I was literally just paying attention to anyone that was in front of me. At one point, I remember seeing Young Jae. I remember seeing Mark. Mark literally would avoid eye contact with me at all costs because literally he was just like, I feel like he was like, you love me for Jinyoung. Like, low-key, I feel like he's literally like that.
It's
but,
okay, Mark.
yeah, so I remember like JB walked by and he did like a double take staring at me. And pretty much what happened is Jackson comes over to where I am and Yugyum is middle. Yugyum's middle stage. I'm a little bit to the right, like looking. And Jackson, he just like looks at me and like points at Yugyum. And I just went, Yugyum! And he was like, no, Jinyoung. And he went to go get Jinyoung. My heart is pounding. He brings Jinyoung over to me, like, or like whenever he went, he like tapped on Jinyoung before like he brought him over, and he was like, I'm pretty sure he said, there's someone here, or like it's the reactor girl or whatever. I don't know what he said, but he said something to Jinyoung to make him come over. And Jackson points straight at me. They like literally leaned over the stage pointing at me. I make direct eye contact with Jinyoung, or Jackson first, and then I look at Jinyoung, and all you see is Jinyoung just go and smiling.
But
and
like,
I literally
cute face, like the I will kill you face, like how cute.
Yeah, he literally went, and then he was like looking around for something, I guess, to toss to me. So he found like a banana plushie and he was trying to toss it to me, but the girl in front of me, like so like he tossed it, but he tossed it too light to where I couldn't catch it. And the next thing that happens too is cute. So like he tossed it really like light, so obviously I couldn't catch it because I'm a person behind. So the girl just smacks it back to Jinyoung, or hits it back to Jinyoung, and Jinyoung literally looks like literally like Loki, like that wasn't for you, but okay.
Yeah, he looked like kind of offended. I thought you had threw it back.
I didn't throw it back.
Why did Robyn throw it?
I didn't throw it back. I didn't even touch it.
Slice you. I was like, first I had to congratulate you first, but then I was gonna literally slice you and be like, so I saw that plushie and you threw it backhand.
I didn't even touch it.
I was supposed to be pissed, but then I was like, whatever. And that's the tea. I love GOT7.
Yeah, like, but like he like tossed it and the girl hits it back and Jinyoung literally looked like kind of like confused, like that wasn't for you. Like he looked shocked and then like that wasn't for you though. And then they were coming back and Jinyoung tried throwing a towel towards me, but it went the wrong way. It went to my right.
I saw that. And then he like threw a lot more over there, and
I didn't get anything.
I was trying to get there.
He looked sad. And
like picking
then
up everything going.
and then I don't know. At one point at the end around Go Higher. Around Go Higher. That's whenever everyone started pushing more because that was obviously the last song. So with Go Higher, we were getting pushed, or I was getting pushed like real hard, and my face is literally the resting Jinyoung face of, I'm not amused. And Jinyoung, Mark, and Jackson all saw it and started giggling. They were like, huh, and I was like, I'm literally the next living Jinyoung, just a girl version. Like, because I had that face of, I'm not amused, get me out of here. And they all just like laughed. And then JB, the little sweetheart, he was the last one to leave, and something was happening on the left side of the pit. And he was telling people to go over there. And I was like, he's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
They
was
left
that.
him. I was like, y'all forgetting somebody. Like, they were legitimately gone. And he, like, noticed. And he's like, shut the fuck up.
He was so cute. But, like, I'm still in denial that that even happened, in my opinion. Like, I'm what? Like, Jackson, like, Bam Bam looked at me, but he didn't look like he recognized me. I feel like if I didn't wear my glasses, they wouldn't have saw me. Because I do all of my reactions or all my videos GOT7 related, mostly in glasses. So I feel like if I didn't wear these, they wouldn't have noticed me.
I wanna be like, they looked at me, but like, you never know.
If the bend over point wasn't enough clarification for me, I don't know what is.
I was like, that's Robyn, that's for Robyn.
Me with the airport video of Bam Bam.
I mean, it's just like, you always have that doubt of just like,
Is that for me?
Are they looking at me? But you know, at that point, you're just like, just take it, sis.
Like I said,
just take it.
I'm in that section, so that means he's looking at me.
Yeah.
That JB moment literally like warmed my heart.
Bitch, I have a mark.
I wish.
Even with this, I'm like, that's at me, not no one else.
Yeah, literally.
I
He got it
wish.
from me because I was doing it to him during fireworks. And he was like, I'm not for this. And I was like,
I wish you guys heard what she yelled at me when the concert was.
literally, it was like the second, like, they are gone off stage.
I turned around and she's like, Robyn, Robyn.
I was like, your body has recognized you. You lucky. Congrats, bitch. Like,
She sure did.
screaming. I was so shook for like
I was shaking.
couldn't do anything. Like, that opened so many doors.
And then she did it again. Like, they're coming closer to me and I'm trying to get to them. And she's like, Jinyoung, no, notice you help.
Like, when I tell you, me and Destiny were like so happy for you.
I'm
Like,
on Destiny's shoulders, like, yes, bitch.
Like,
I was apologizing to the girls next to them because she was like, congrats, bitch. And they're both go, and I was
They
like,
looked at her like she was nuts.
I'm not sorry.
I was on the verge of tears, and like a lot of people were like looking at me, and then that's whenever you're like, Jinyoung noticed you, and I just started dying. I was
Like, literally played around with it. Like, if he would have noticed you a lot sooner, like, he would have been messing with you the entire time.
I know. No, the thing is that he did notice me, but I don't think he like clicked until Jackson said something. Because he kept coming over to where I was.
Yep.
he was really trying to.
He was all over where I was, and then the moment
I know,
Jackson,
Jackson was with it.
The zip with that.
yeah, the moment Jackson was like, "Hey, it's that girl," or whatever he said about me, he stayed over there a good majority of the time.
He wanted to do something,
Yeah,
but he just didn't know how.
Jinyoung's the cutest.
And, like, I also think they try to limit it so that fans don't get jealous. But I'm just like,
It's hard.
It's like when you know someone, you know someone. Like you can't like.
yeah, like Bam Bam and that one girl, I don't know her real name, but like, just literally he will see her and be like, oh hey.
My girlfriend.
Like she was, she moves to Seoul for university, and she greeted him at the airport, and he goes, oh hey, you're back. And she's like, yeah, I go to university here. He goes,
They
oh,
literally remember
congratulations.
everyone.
He like remembers her, and I was like, okay, listen, I want this to happen. Do I want this to happen? Because like they can mess with me, and that's fine and fun. But like,
I'm in love.
I'm just happy.
give me a break.
I'm just happy that like my main thing was like I'm just happy that Mark and Bam Bam didn't pull anything. Cause that was my main thing. As I was like, Ameritype Kong is gonna pull something with me. I know they are. They're either gonna drag Jinyoung, or they're gonna do something with me. I knew it. And I was just like, it's gonna be a Mary Tai Kong, and like Jinyoung's gonna see me and walk away. Yeah, so I was like, for sure, I was like, it's gonna be a Mary Tai Kong that's gonna me, and like Jinyoung's gonna see me and just like walk away. And, like he does, like he has.
Jackson to sit right in front of her and like mess with her.
Jackson was literally right here. Like if I'm like right here, Jackson was literally right here, and he just stared at me for a while. And I was like, and then yeah, it's like I'm just shocked that Jinyoung didn't pull what I thought he was gonna pull, like just be like, oh, it's her, and walk away. But this time he
what he did the
first
time. I thought that. Actually, when he started calling Youngjae, that's what he did the first time. Jinyoung went, he looked at you, and then he left.
Really?
Yes, cause remember I told you, I was like, girl, he saw Robyn. He's mad. I exactly what I said.
Yes, now
I was like, he's mad. And he started
Robyn.
calling Youngjae. I thought he was calling Youngjae, or he was telling him to come back. Like, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't. Like,
But
honestly, whatever happened during Dreamin', I wasn't paying attention to fully, because I just remembered Jinyoung, and then I went straight to looking at either J-Bomb or Youngjae. Like, no, not Youngjae, J-Bomb or Yu-Young. So I all I remember is like Jackson freaking out, and then he was like calling Youngjae. That's all I remember. Like I think he was trying to get Jinyoung, but then he was just like Youngjae.
I was like, he left, girl.
But Jinyoung, oh my god, the like, even before Jackson brought Jinyoung over to me, Jinyoung like would not stop staring at me. Like anytime he would come there, he was just like, hello.
I know you.
I was like,
You scream whenever I come up.
my main thing is I wish that I got more Youngjae. I didn't get that much
Youngjae was
Youngjae.
Oh yeah.
Over there.
He was over
So
there.
was Jackson, to be honest.
He came over here a couple times, and I would stare at him, and I'd just be like, I want to cuddle with you right now. Like, I want to hug you. I want to like, let's bake cookies. Let's take cocoa for a walk. Like, domestic things. Like, I can't
My main thing is like I didn't see enough Youngjae. Like when Youngjae came over, literally everyone was freaking out. Because like Youngjae never
I was
came over
expecting
there.
Yu-Gyum to be over there, but Yu-Gyum was
Also,
like,
all over
I
the
was
place.
like, I'm so well
Like the
fed.
crackhead he is.
I am so well fed right now, and I knew I was gonna be like this. Like, I'm never one of those people that's like all the way out. Like, I was like I'd hype them up, but like if it was a song I enjoyed, or if I just wanted to listen to it, I'd just be like watching it. Like, so there was that, and I'm glad I did not scream all the time.
Somehow, in that very hectic entire situation, I would say that our friend, besides Robyn, was very calm.
I don't
I
know how
cried.
Robyn was, but
Oh, honey, you
yeah,
already
we were
know.
really calm. And
She screams when she
I
watches
thought
the
I was
videos.
gonna be like, wow, I can't believe they're here in front of me, but like I think the airport helped a lot too. Just seeing them walk by.
I fell asleep watching Bam Bam. Give me the peace out last night. I'm good. And then now tonight, I'm literally gonna fall asleep at the picture of Mark going like this. I have two of them. Like, also, screenshot that picture. I'm going. So, yes.
Yeah. So like
That shudder.
that's the main thing. Like once you see them, that's when you're calm. Like once you like, if you have the opportunity to see them beforehand, that's when you're calm. But if you see them like the day of, that's when, or like not seeing them beforehand, that's whenever you're like
boys all my life.
nuts. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. The people we had like made a pact with, we were like, we're not gonna scream during killer parts. They left. They were really cool people.
They didn't really leave. More like we got
They didn't
separated.
leave. They got pushed around.
But
It was sad. It was hard to make. It's easy to make friends, but it was hard to like get to the point of like, what's your name? What's your app?
What's your Twitter?
Yeah, honestly, that was at the airport, waiting in line in the groups before the concerts and during the concerts. We kept making friends with like really cool people, and we have no idea who these people are now.
Yeah.
Like we have no idea about anything about them. Their
One
names.
girl
or-
was very hilarious.
Those two girls who are in front of us, the sisters with the Cheez-Its. I was like,
I hope she got to see her
Bullhorn
Jackson
Cheez-Its
Wang.
over here.
She
Same.
loved Jackson. And her sister was Yu-Kim. I was like, I hope you get to see them.
Jackson.
Apologize.
Also, by the way,
I'm waiting
Thanks,
for
bro.
my letter.
Martian. Thanks, bro.
I want a paragraph on Instagram, Jackson, in Korean, Chinese, and English, like you always do. And I want an apology for how you disrespected us. Taking off that shirt.
What if he actually does it though?
might.
No.
No.
Also, if y'all are watching this, babe, did you see my message on the drone?
I know. Did you
Babe,
see
babe, she sent you a message saying help us in green.
What I have to say is GOT7, thank you so much for coming to Houston. I hope to see you guys back in Texas again because we love you here in Texas.
Come to Lubbock. It's gonna be fun, I swear.
I feel like there's
We won't have it.
It's just gonna be us.
Really?
I was like, where are they gonna have it? At the United Spirit Arena. It's just gonna be.
It ain't gonna be. But
It's just gonna be us.
I hope you guys come back to Texas again. We love you here. It's obviously I do a lot. I mean, half of my channel is literally videos about GOT7, so. But we love you here. I hope you guys come back to either Dallas or Houston, or maybe
San Antonio.
Austin. I'm gonna say Austin. But we hope you guys come back, and also, depending on when I upload this, if it's already uploaded, I hope you guys have a good rest of the tour. And when you get back to Korea, please sleep. Please sleep.
Do not worry about giving us new content. I can listen to one song
All
on
day.
repeat for 3 weeks if I have to. Like suddenly I'm just like, oh, I like just right
But
today.
please sleep. Please be sure to eat every meal.
Don't be skipping meals.
Youngjae, you told us don't skip meals. Youngjae, you told us don't skip meals, so you guys better not as well. And we love you guys. Like
So much.
thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who has watched this video, whether you are GOT7 or not. I love you guys so much. So this is that will be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, become a #1 today. Be sure to follow me and these lovely ladies on social media. And I'll see you all in the next video, which I don't know what that will be because I'm exhausted. Jinyoung! 안녕!
Damn. 날 그 애와 비교하니 굳이 날 겪어야 하니 네 눈에는 내가 더 차니 글쎄 나 없이 지내는 하루 그리 아무렇지도 않은 날은